I'm talking about proven strategy, 5 proven strategies that you can implement today to boost your Instagram engagement. I know that we've all been there. We are tired of hearing crickets on our Instagram account. Don't worry, you're not alone. It happens to a lot of us. It's difficult and it's challenging to adapt to the algorithm changes and just to consumer behavior in general. But fear not, my friend, the social wisdom is here to the rescue. So in this video, we'll uncover the secrets of increasing your Instagram engagement and increasing your following. Strategy number 1, analyzing your top performing content. And when it comes to fixing a low engagement rate on Instagram, one of the most effective strategies, hands down, is to look at your analytics and top performing content. So first things first, if you want to fix your low engagement rate, it's time to peek behind the curtains. Open the Instagram app and head directly into your analytics and let the magic begin. In your Instagram analytics, you're able to adjust the time frame. You can look at your Instagram stories, you can look at your reels, you can look at your in-feed posts, and you will be able to see all your analytics in one place. Take a close look at your analytics and analyze your top performing content. Look for patterns and themes that resonate with your audience. What are they liking? What are they commenting? What are they sharing? And you want to identify the top like posts, the most shared posts, and the most commented on post. And these golden nuggets will be your guiding light. So take a closer look to see if there are any connections. Are your most commented, your most shared, and your most liked posts, are they all around one topic? Do they all follow the same design? Are they all following the same style you talk to your audience? By understanding what's working in your top performing content, you can start creating more content of that type that really increases your Instagram engagement. But remember, improving your Instagram engagement rate takes time. So you want to regularly look at your analytics. You really want to understand what works and what doesn't work. So you create more content of what works and create less content of what doesn't work. Ultimately, you want to use Instagram analytics to really understand your audience's preferences and create engagement that seriously resonates with the audience. Strategy number 2, repackaging your best performing content. All right, now it's time to sprinkle in some creative magic. Rather than simply reposting your top performing content, and we will talk about this in a moment, why not giving it a completely fresh new approach? If you're short on time or you don't really know what to post, but you want to post something, repackaging your existing content can be a great way to continue providing value and continue to be consistent online. Repackaging your best performing content is all about delivering the same valuable information, but in a completely new and innovative way. If you use your existing content, you're repackaging it. You can create a fresh and exciting post that followers will love. And it will also give them a chance to re-engage with that content, increasing your comments, increasing your likes, increasing your shares. And don't forget about those saves. And remember, when you repackage your content, it's not about simply duplicating it. So it's not about reposting it. You want to take the post, you want to take the same idea, you want to take the valuable information, but you want to put a new twist on them. So it appeals to your audience and it comes across as if you haven't posted it before. And when you think about, well, how can I repackage my content? You can put a new spin on it by, for example, creating an infographic out of it. You can create an Instagram story out of it. You can create a reel out of it, or you can simply update the colors and the graphics you used. Think about big brands and how they, from time to time, update their packaging design. They're updating their packaging design to stand out in the crowd, to give it a fresh new spin, to be like, is this a new product on the shelves? No, it's not, but I just tricked you that this might be a new product, so you should buy it because it has a new design. And you want to do the exact same thing with your content. You want to give it a fresh new twist that people stop scrolling and think about, is this new information? Have I not seen this before? I gotta click the save button. Strategy number 3, you want to transform your carousel post into reels. One super effective and time-saving strategy is to use your carousel posts and turn them into reels. We all know that reels are a game changer for boosting engagement. Reels give your content a fresh, dynamic twist that captivates your audience. If you open up Instagram, or if you look at YouTube, if you look at TikTok, it's all about short form content. It's all about that bite-sized content that I can easily consume on the go. When turning a carousel post into reels, you want to use text overlay, you want to use music, and you might even consider using effects to really make your reel stand out, to really make it pop online. So if you have a low performing carousel post, converting it into a reel is a great way to breathe new life into the content and really draw attention to that post. Also, by turning carousel posts, by turning any in-feed post into a reel, you can reach a broader audience and reach more people beyond your current following. What I also love about Reels, that they really have a dedicated section on Instagram, on the Instagram Explore page, which can expose your content to 1,000, if not millions of new views. Millions of new users are able to consume your content. And also, as we all know, Reels are currently being favored by the algorithm, so it definitely makes sense to turn your old carousel posts, even if they're from a year ago, if they're still relevant, if the information are still relevant, turn it into a reel. So don't let your low performing carousel posts go to waste, turn them into reel and give them a second chance to shine on Instagram. Strategy number 4, reposting old content with a twist. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video that we'll be coming back to repurposing content. And there we are, we're at the section right now. And this strategy is similar to repackaging your content. The only difference is that you're actually reposting your old content. Reposting your best performing content from, let's say, 3, 4, 5 months ago is a great way to refresh your Instagram feed while piggybacking off the success from your previous post. When using the strategy, you only want to utilize posts that have done great, they have done exceptional in the past, whether it's an in-feed post, a carousel, a reel. So you only want to use the strategy if they already received a lot of engagement in the past. But, word of caution, you want to avoid the strategy if you're not consistently posting. Because if you're posting here and there, and then all of a sudden you repost a reel or you repost an in-feed content, it's very obvious to your followers, and it can come across as you being very lazy. And if you're utilizing a lazy strategy, it can hurt your brand and your overall credibility. Because one thing we don't want to be lazy. We don't want to post the same content over and over again. But if you are assuming you're posting regularly, identifying these gems from at least 3 months ago is a great way to piggyback off the existing success. So look at the content that generated the most engagement, such as likes, comments, shares, and saves. And again, this could be a video, this could be a reel, this could be an in-feed post. And once you've identified the post, repost it. And what I recommend when you repost it, consider changing the caption of the post. You could add new insights, you can ask a question, you can provide updated information on the post, and that's really to give it a new spin. Reposting old content keeps your feed fresh while leveraging the success of your previous post. And I call this a win-win situation. And who doesn't love a win-win situation? And as you know, I'm a chief marketing officer at a law firm, and we are utilizing this exact same strategy. And we were able to repost a really great performing reel on our TikTok, and pretty much overnight we saw amazing success. That reel went viral in like no time and catapulted our following to over 30,000. And just to give you some context, we started at about, before we posted the TikTok reel, we were at about 15, 16K. So we almost grew double by just utilizing this strategy. Strategy number 5, collaborating with creators or brands. You might have heard the saying, 2 heads are better than 1, right? Well, I guess. So collaborating with other creators on Instagram is a great way to boost your engagement and also increase your following. By partnering with someone in your niche or your industry, you can tap into their following and potentially gain new followers for yourself. To collaborate with other users on Instagram, start by identifying potential partners that aligns with your brand values and your brand aesthetic. look for creators, look for brands that share a similar audience to yours or have complementary products or service. And in order to find partners on Instagram, you can utilize hashtags, you can go through someone else's following, or you can utilize the suggested for you section. And then once you found a potential partner, you can reach out to them with a personalized message. Either you send them an email or you slide into their DMs and just introduce yourself, introduce your brand, and explain why you think a partnership or collaboration would make sense and why it would be beneficial to both of you. And then I also recommend propose a few ideas on how you can execute the collaboration. A few ideas you can use: you can do a joint giveaway, you can go live together and do a Q&A, or you can create a piece of content that's co-branded. When you collaborate with other creators or brands, you have the opportunity to showcase your product or service to a completely new audience. So you can boost your credibility and you can definitely boost the potential of getting new followers. Just make sure to choose your partners wisely and ensure that the collaboration aligns with your brand aesthetic and your brand messaging. When I worked for various brands and helped clients collaborations as we did in the past, for example, when you have a skincare brand, it makes sense to collaborate, let's say, with a flower shop for like Mother's Day. That would be more complementary. Or for example, if you're a beverage company and you're finding maybe a sweet company, they sell candy, so it would make sense. That would be working together. So you want to look at your brand and think about, this is my product. What product would not compete with my product, but what would enhance my product? What would make sense to do a collaboration together? So for example, for giveaways, it always makes sense to choose a complementary product. Or if you do like a live Q&A, it makes sense if you're in the same industry. So think about the partners. You don't necessarily want to choose someone that's a direct competitors to you, because you don't want that your audience or your customers then switch over if they're a little bit on the fence on whether they should buy your product or your competitor's product. So always choose something and someone who is more complementary to you, who can enhance your services and you can enhance their services. And that also led us yet again to another episode of the Content Marketing Cheat Sheet podcast. I'm so glad you tuned in today and I cannot wait to see you next week. Until then, goodbye, how we say in Germany, auf Wiedersehen.